And so this video begins at the Kentucky Welcome Center. I just left Tennessee, sweet home Tennessee, into Kentucky, the birthplace of my grandparents and home to many of my kin. They've got a rocking chair right next to the main door of the Welcome Center. It's chained down though, so don't even think about stealing it. Let's see. It rocks. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. I am Tampa J. Thanks for clicking on the video. Today I'm traveling through Kentucky, Interstate 75, heading north, passing right through Lexington. Today I want to see something I've always wanted to see. I'm passing right by it. Inside the Kentucky Fun Mall off of Interstate 75 in Lexington is the famous, or some might say infamous, Cocaine Bear. The stuffed bear, the original Cocaine Bear. Now if you don't know the story of the Cocaine Bear, I'll give you a little story here. Try the best that I can. A little short story. Basically, long story short, 40 years ago, back in 1985, a hunter was walking in the woods and discovered a dead bear. And near the dead bear was a bag of cocaine. The cocaine ate the bear, or sorry, the bear ate the cocaine, that would be funny, and died. That is the story. Everything else you've heard is just Hollywood. They actually made a Hollywood movie a couple years ago called The Cocaine Bear, inspired by this story, but it was Hollywood, it was far-fetched. The bear did not kill anyone. The bear ate the drugs, and the drugs killed the bear immediately. So that being said, the hunter that found the bear had the bear stuffed. It has become taxidermy. It has become a legend. It has become a lore. And it is now sitting in Lexington, Kentucky, on display. A lot of people have seen it. It is even said that the country singer, Waylon Jennings, rest in peace, big fan, once owned this Cocaine Bear. It's actually made its way around the country. It's been all the way out to Vegas and back. But on display in the Kentucky Fun Museum, where we're going today, we can see Pablo Escobar. Yes, that's his nickname, because the drugs dropped in the Georgia forest, it's a Georgia bear, was from a drug smuggler dropping it from an airplane. That's a whole story within itself. That's not part of the video. We're gonna go check out this Kentucky Fun Mall. We're gonna see things along the way, and then after, this is my day traveling through Kentucky and first time seeing the Cocaine Bear. Hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for always watching. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get back on the road. There is much ahead. We've only just begun. And first stop, no, I don't need gas, but this pure gas station, these gas pumps are so cool, aren't they? Very retro. I think there actually used to be a pure gas station across from the birthplace of KFC. Welcome to Harlan Sanders Cafe and Museum, the birthplace of the original Kentucky Fried Chicken, the Colonel's Chicken. The recipe was created right here. Actually, I learned upon my first visit here, the recipe was actually invented by Harlan Sanders, the Colonel, across the street at a gas station, before he bought his first restaurant, which sat right here, Sanders Cafe. So technically, the recipe was invented across the street. This is off of 75. I thought I'd come over here to Corbin, say hello to the museum, the birthplace of KFC. We'll take a look. Been here a couple times before. Too bad it's breakfast time. They're not open yet, because I've been known to have fried chicken before for breakfast, and I would totally do it if it was open. Nice little timeline here of KFC. 1930, Harlan Sanders moves to Corbin, Kentucky. He operates his first restaurant. It consists of a table and 6 chairs and a small front room of his Shell oil service station. That Shell station, not a pure station, was right across the street here. In 1931, so a year later, Harlan Sanders moves across road and begins Sanders Service Station. Built in 1931, there is now a full functioning KFC inside the original Sanders Cafe. And right here marked, oh, I love this old Sanders Cafe sign. Colonel Harlan Sanders began the part of his life that brought him fame in a small gasoline service station on the opposite side of the highway. Born September 9th, 1890, near Henryville, Indiana. Yes, the Colonel, just like me, was a Hoosier. I'm still a Hoosier. He was too. So the Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe, I said this the last time I was here, is actually an Indiana recipe. Sorry, Kentucky. I had to say it. My grandparents are from Kentucky. It's fun to say that, but yes, it is the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Famous recipe. World famous chicken. I love it. Grew up on it. Was invented right here across the street. The first time I came here was 2014, and it had not been restored in quite some time. This is quite remarkable, the condition this building is. I mean, check out the sidewalk. They've added a lot to this museum over the years. Right inside the doors to the left is the actual KFC, and they also have a drive-through. The very first KFC is not here. This is not technically the first KFC. This is the original birthplace of the Colonel's recipe. So in a way, it is the birthplace of KFC. I think the original KFC is out west somewhere, which I plan to visit it someday. This is just a 2-minute drive off of Interstate 75. I had to jump off of it, come over here, and throw it in the video. Again, I wish they were serving fried chicken for breakfast, because I would totally buy. Although I only have to wait 29 minutes to get some chicken. I don't know if that's just the museum or the KFC. Perhaps the KFC will open later. I gotta get going though. So if you're on Interstate 75 and you're passing Corbin, Kentucky, if you look out over the tree line way up in the sky, you'll see a giant KFC sign. That is the birthplace. This is a giant telescopic fast food sign. The largest I've ever seen. I mean, this thing is like, wow, 6 feet around. Gigantic sign. All the way to the interstate, which is just 2 miles away. So that is the birthplace of Kentucky Fried Chicken. And another stop along 75 on my way to Lexington. Hello, Richmond Buc-ee's. We meet again, Bucky.
Hi there, Jay. I don't remember seeing you around these parts.
I've been coming to this Buc-ee's for quite some time.
No?
No, you just missed me, Bucky. In reality, this is my second time stopping at this Buc-ee's. Don't listen to that, Beaver. Gas is full. I only needed half a tank. Not too bad. $2.79 a gallon. Gas is cheaper where I'm from, though. It's $2.45 a gallon. All right. I have parked my car in the parking lot of this strip mall. Check out this water tower. Kentucky American Water. I am 2 miles east of Highway 75 off Winchester Road. Inside this strip mall, in this plaza. Over here it says KY for KY. This is also known as the Kentucky Mall, or Kentucky Fun Mall. And this is where the Cocaine Bear is. Who knew? All the way from Georgia now, inside of a strip mall. KY for KY. Kentucky Fun Mall. Next to a Papa John's. All right. And Mia's Hair Salon. I don't know. I'm getting kind of nervous. Is the Cocaine Bear really in here? It looks like a cool store. Ooh, I see t-shirts. I think it's in here. Oh, look at this. There's a bucket of KFC in there. We were just there. But right here in the window, there is a shirt. I met Cocaine Bear, and all I got was this kick-ass shirt. That's cool. All right, this store looks really cool. Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6. Sunday, 12 to 6. We open the golden door. All right, guys. Came inside the door. Over to the right is our furry friend. We'll get to him in a second, but there's a lot of cool things to see in here. I see something over the corner, and someone just told me that this is real. Check this out. The man, the myth, the legend. Jim Varney. Ernest. I'm a huge fan, lifelong fan, specifically of Ernest Scared Stupid, because I love Halloween. I love Ernest. Right here. Belonged to. He wore it. Mr. Ernest, Jim Varney's hat and coat, and they said this was actually one of the worn Wrangler jean vest that he wore. That's pretty amazing, and it's right here in the Kentucky Fun Mall across from the Cocaine Bear. You know what I mean, Vern? You know what I mean? And look, there's an autograph picture right there. He had a nice signature. Best wishes, Sergeant Glory. Oh no. A man with a t-shirt addiction walks into a t-shirt store. What does he do? Hold on. Let me think about it. I'll hold my breath. I see a lot of good ones. Did you know the birthday song was created in Louisville in 1893? See how I changed the subject? Also, the first Long John Silver's was opened in Lexington in 1969. Whoa, I didn't know that. I partied with Cocaine Bear at the KY Fun Mall. I'm about to. Cool Sasquatch shirt. I could use a Sasquatch shirt. Class of the Bluegrass. That's right. Yeah, my grandparents are from Albany, Kentucky. They loved bluegrass. Check these out. They've got hooves for sale, in case you wanted some. Got a lot of cool funny stickers. How about a bumper sandwich? Booger lips. Oh my gosh. That's a quote from Ernest Scared Stupid. I'm definitely taking this or buying it. How about a Cocaine Bear bobblehead? Oh no. Take my money. All right, folks, as we're getting over to Pablo Escobar, we have reached his merchandise table. I really like the Cocaine Bear Chicago Bear shirt, specifically the hat. The hat is great because that looks like the hat that Clark W. Griswold was wearing in Christmas Vacation. And look, it is a hot seller because there's only one left. That could be coming home with me. Also, Cokie the Bear. Don't do drugs. I like that it's being positive there. Oh no, take my money. It's a Cocaine Bear stuffed animal. Those aren't marshmallow kids. Kentucky for Kentucky, Cocaine Bear, you make my heart race. Aw. This is a Cokie greeting card. It is $5. Also, they have stickers over here for you. Cocaine Bear, ultimate party animal. I met Cocaine Bear. There's the Cokie the Bear sticker. I might actually get that sticker. And Cocaine Bear for president. Also, they have that on a button here for you. And there's more t-shirts here. Oh, they even have a Cokie the Bear t-shirt. And here's the bobblehead out of the box. And it's got the same thing that's hanging on his neck, the real Cocaine Bear, to the left of me, which I'm finally about to show you guys. It's amazing how Hollywood just monsterfies you, Cocaine the Bear. Or Cocaine Bear. There he is with his Kentucky cowboy hat. Happy 40th birthday, my friend. 1985, a hunter found you in the woods, and it says right here on your plaque, kind of like Flavor Flav here, aka Pablo Escobar. I wasn't lying. Here sits Cocaine Bear in 1985. Cocaine Bear was found dead in Chattahoochee National Forest in Georgia. He overdosed on 40 kilos of cocaine dropped by Andrew Thornton. You might remember Andrew from Bluegrass Conspiracy. Don't do drugs, you'll end up dead and maybe stuffed like poor Cocaine Bear. So actually they found the body of Andrew Thornton. He had parachuted out of that same plane that dropped the cocaine in the Chattahoochee forest, and his body was actually found. I guess the parachute failed, and his body was found in the front yard in Knoxville, Tennessee. So, hey, I just moved to that area. Little connection there, but this is the original, the Cocaine Bear. All the others are imitating. This is the original one, and it's really cool that it's sitting right here off of Interstate 275 in the heart of horse country. Go figure. And over, that's awesome. To the left of Escobar, they've got a pinpoint map, so you can, take a pin and show where you're from. A lot of people are from the eastern portion of the United States, but all over the world, people have stopped in here to see the Cocaine Bear, and I'm finally doing it. I can't believe it took me this long, honestly. I've passed down 75 a few times, had the chance over the years, but I'm finally doing it. And up here, Cokie Goes Hollywood. Oh, check this out. Oh, look at that. Tomorrow is Friday the 13th, and there's Amy Steele. I had the pleasure of meeting her at Days of the Dead Chicago a couple years ago. I guess she was in here. That's cool. They've got a lot of stories up here. Here's actually the man I was just talking about. Mysterious America. This is the whole story of the Cocaine Bear. And that's that would be Thornton there. That's the guy that fell out of the plane, or jumped out of the plane. And Cokie over there is not the only taxidermy. We got a squirrel playing a banjo, and look, he's got a little banjo case. Will pluck for nuts. Oh man, I love it. And also look at the little mouse riding the skateboard. He's got some cigarettes over there. They're little smokies, or little smokes. Do you see it right there? They look like Marlboros. That's hilarious. And someone was like, show the prices, Jay. Well, here you go. Wait, maybe I will. Sometimes I won't, but sometimes I remember. There you go, there's the prices. Also, they have a cocaine bear. Snow globe, the ultimate party animal. That's hilarious. I love that there's a rainbow in there. That's amazing. Y'all, this is a really cool store. There's all kinds of stuff, not just cocaine bear as you've seen. A lot of cool stuff for Kentucky. Even got socks in here. They got stuff to look at too, a lot of memorabilia. The Jim Varney vest. Ernest, what a surprise. Here's the Colonel. We just stopped and saw where he made that famous recipe, the finger licking good recipe. And there he is. Finger feet. Oh yeah, look at that. Do I need one of these? I don't know, maybe. Or perhaps a squishy Bigfoot. Why is this so pleasing? I'll never get anything done. This is cool. I wish this was for sale. It's a Colonel Sanders blow mold. Mini blow mold next to a chicken. Perfectly placed. Guys, make sure you stop in and check out Kentucky for Kentucky. It is worth the 2-mile trip from 75. Round trip 4 miles. And Jim Varney, Ernest himself, if you didn't guess, was born right here in Lexington, Kentucky. That is really cool. I got goosebumps on my goosebumps. I've never seen one of the actual vests that Jim wore. It's really cool that you can come in here, see the bear, and also see a bit of film history as well. Shout out to you fans of Ernest. I hope you enjoyed that. All right, guys, so that sign inside of the Kentucky Fun Mall that said that the original Long John Silver's is in Lexington, that made me want to go check that out. I have a food series, specifically a history food series, where I have shown a lot of the original fast food chains. I'm in town. I'm going to check that out before we end the video. Also, I stopped here because I saw this old McDonald's hamburger sign. Now, this is not as old as the ones I've shown, but I'm going to say this is probably 1970s, maybe 1980s. This McDonald's right here has been restored, but that sign is very old. Actually, I've never seen one of this age, this type, up close. That's really cool. I had to get that in the video. I am just a couple miles from the first ever Long John Silver's restaurant. I don't think it's still there, but I have the address. I just did a quick Google search and I've got the address of the original location. Let's go check it out. Cool sign. Oh yeah, look at that. Taking a left here, there is an original KFC bucket on top of that sign. Of course, you gotta be original coming from your origin. That's cool to see too. All right, pause for the train. Railroad tracks right by the original Long John Silver's. Guys, although it's not a Long John Silver's, it's still the same building. It's still here. Waiting for the train. It's a little noisy. Although it's not a Long John Silver's today, the original building has been reconditioned. It is still here. I can see the shape. I'm about to show you once this train passes. Might as well walk over here and check out this mural as the train's passing. Really cool underpass. Got a guitar over here. We got musical instruments. Oh, we got a lady playing the cello. And over here we got, looks like maybe a trumpet horn, a piano. Should I be walking under this right now? I don't know. I'm doing it. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? This is kind of creepy. What if like a rock was like thrown at me? I'm gonna stand a little over here. Yeah, oh, something, dude, there's stuff falling. I'm out of here. I think it was corn. It's transporting corn, makes sense. It's the Midwest. I just got corn thrown at me by a train. I'm not mad. Okay guys, as you can hear, it is past right here at 301 Southland Drive. In 1969 opened the original Long John Silver's. And it is the original building. You can tell by the doors. And the old Long John Silver's, there's a door to the left and to the right, and that window. It's been changed over the years, as you can see. Stuff has been added, but it's the original shape. This was the first ever store. I've got a photograph of the store. I found it online. I found it at Kentucky.com, tourist website. Found it on Google. I'll put it into frame so we can match this up. There's a guy in the photo walking in front of the store on the former sidewalk, coming out the left door, drinking a drink. I give thee the original Long John Silver's restaurant, the birthplace. That's really cool. I've always enjoyed Long John Silver's, specifically their hush puppies, their fish, of course, their shrimp, the corn, the buttery corn. What's so good about that buttery corn? My dad actually worked at Long John Silver's back in the day, and it looked just like this one. The original Long John Silver's, to me, in my town in Newcastle, Indiana, looked a lot like this one. It was opened about, I think it was opened in the 70s. Dad worked there in the 70s. I'll put that picture back into frame. Notice the doors and the windows. The windows almost look the same, but they've been changed out. They've added like this addition here, this deck. But this is the original Long John Silver's, and it is still freaking here in Lexington. Who knew? And thanks to the Kentucky Fun Mall for putting that little sign in the window. I mean, it was only a matter of time before I figured this out. But that sign basically sparked this whole video right here, the end of it. I have now visited the original Long John Silver's and the birthplace of KFC in the same video. That was cool. Come check them out, get your hair did. I'm gonna go to the nearest Long John Silver's and maybe get some fish. I said I was gonna go to the nearest Long John Silver's. Get this, guys. The nearest Long John Silver's, nearest to the original location, is 18 miles away. There's none in the city of Lexington. Well, that being said, guess what? I'm headed to Indiana to see my mom. Might as well put the original Long John Silver's to myself in my hometown in the video. That's where we're going next. It'll be a few hours, but I won't make you wait. There's much ahead. Crossing the Ohio River. Nuclear power plant ahead. I'm gonna sing it. You know I'm gonna sing it. Back home again in Indiana. This is where I was born. And welcome to my birthplace, Newcastle, Indiana. State Road 3, this Long John Silver's was the very first Long John Silver's I ever went to, and it's in that same iconic shape. This is one of the original Long John Silver's in all of Indiana. And if you think back to Lexington, the windows, the doors, and the picture I showed you, very similar. And my dad actually worked here. I remember him telling me the story. He briefly worked here. Also, I have many family members that grew up in this town that worked here as well. I'm glad it worked out. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. Please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe below if it's your first time. If you enjoy this content, this type of content, I do a lot of roadside attractions and I do a lot of food history. I will be putting this on my food playlist on the main page of my YouTube channel. So go check out that. There's other playlists, that's a hard word to say, make it plural, as well over there. So thanks guys. I'm just around the corner from my mom's. I'm gonna go give her a hug. It's the first time I've seen her since I was last up here before the move. She's doing much better. I'm glad to be in town just a couple days to spend time with her, and I'm gonna do some other stuff as well. And tomorrow is Friday the 13th, of course, and I'm gonna celebrate that, and that's part of the reason I'm here. Check this out, right next door, Pizza King, my favorite pizza in all the land. Maybe I'll get some of that. This is my old stomping ground, guys. This is, yeah, I'm back in Indiana. This is the first of the first for me for a lot of things, including down there, you see that Hardee's? That used to be a Burger King, my very first Burger King, and also an artist by the name of Eminem referenced that Burger King. An incident happened there in one of his songs. If you know, you know. Detroit, not too far. All right, that's gonna be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Know you're awesome, know you're loved, and no matter who you are, what you're going through, just know that there's always much ahead. Say hello to the Cocaine Bear right off of 75 in Lexington and tell him Tampa J sent you. All right, decided to pick up some Coke myself and for my mom. Also, I got her some flowers. Haven't seen her since she was in the hospital, so I missed Mother's Day and her birthday, so I'm making up for it. Love you, Mom.